every day we be grinding. And if you ask me, we the best, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio. This is how we do every day we be grinding. And if you wanna come and test us, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio when I'm spitting all these rhymes.
What's going on, everybody? I know Madden 23 drops in a couple of days, but I decided to go out with a bang this weekend. Welcome to Part 9, Volume 9. This is the defensive side of the ball, and today we're going to talk about some tactics on defense. These things carry over from Madden to Madden because we focus on fundamentals and basic football one-on-one principles. You know, we don't do the glitches and what is beta, what's meta, and all that other crazy stuff. We focus on like what you have to do on the field. So stuff that really carries over that they can't change. All right, think you got it. Sometimes you, like for instance, as a user on defense, you're not always gonna make the play. You have to understand that. You can take away the primary read and force your opponent into like chaos. But yeah, you have to understand that you're not always gonna make the play as the user. All right, let's get this thing started. As you can see, I was on my safety in the back, and I pulled him all the way down, right? He's in a 3-by-1 set. He don't know that post snap, I'm gonna jet back to the top of the screen. All right, you see where I'm at here? Look where I'm going. All right, and his peripheral, he's doing, if he's doing a hat count, who I'm on looks like he's gonna be favoring the left side of his formation, which means I'm going to go mess with those 3-by-1 guys over there. See, this is his peripheral right here. He's looking at the tight end and the running back. Most likely he's doing level sale. But you got to understand, this is pre-snap. When he snapped that ball, that would be post-snap. And I'm going to my area. But I want to make it, look like it's something different. So if you can get you some techniques like this in the sky, I got a few of them that I do naturally. I have to go back and look at my film and see what I do common, most common. Like stuff like this, I'm always pulling the safety down because I know I'm going to run right back up there anyway. So I'm just checking these receivers on the left side to make sure, it ain't no quick slants or it's a mesh concept with the tight end and that most inside receiver. And just like that, he went to the corner as I expected him to do. See, first of all, it's the first play of the game. Why is he doing an obvious play from the community? You got to get used to the community things. See, here we go again. This is nickel 335, 3 double buzz. I'm doing the same exact thing. That guy was lined up in the 3-by-1 concept, so I'm trying to split the distance between everybody. I'm hoping I can get in the middle of 2 of his defenders while I'm roaming. Here we go again. As you can see me coming off the edge on Greenlaw, I disturbed him. Now he's winning 14-0. And all I need to do is figure out some of his tendencies and techniques and slow him down. As you can see, I came off the edge right here, and he want to roll all the way to the sideline, but he got sidetracked because he had to loop all the way around. See, once he did that, I knocked him off his square, and now he's 20 yards behind the line of scrimmage and throwing like that, like a maniac. And that's all it takes. Got to get these guys off of their square. You got to pick up tactics on defense. It's not all about the play calling. It's not all about drop zones. Here we go again. Now it's 14-7. I'm coming off the edge again. Different man this time. There you go. I made him stop. Look at that. I didn't touch him, and he was forced to throw otherwise. He was forced to throw elsewhere. I didn't touch him. I just looped around and made sure he wasn't going to beat me to that edge, because they like to live off the edge. Yeah, so if you do a user contain, that is way better than letting the computer just sit there and do the same, I guess, animated type of style of contain. Because I did something totally different that the AI don't even do when it comes to contain. But yeah, all right, KB, this is for you. This is my most common defense right here. It's nickel 335. It has nothing to do with meta and beta and all that stuff. It's nothing to do with I don't know that other word they use out there that common stuff do and it works. I'm in the nickel 335. I live in that. In fact, I only run defensive playbooks that has nickel 3-3-5 in it. And the 4 plays I do is they all look the same. Tampa 2 drop. Well, it's called Tampa 2, but I actually drop the middle linebacker in the deep third. And I also do nickel 3 double buzz, and I do a man version of the cover 2. So yeah, that's how I go. And I just, I'll show you that in a few. I just mess around with all of those. But right here, this is a sequence with me in the nickel 3-3-5 trying to get a stop. Nickel 3-3-5, it's like it stops the pass and the run, but you got to know how to fill those gaps in, because there are some gaps. See how I'm doing? I'm filling in the gaps. Then we're not doing it. It's 4th and inches. So I'm filling in the gaps, just letting them know what time it is, trying to intimidate them. And then I call timeout. So here we go once again. I'm just letting him know that I'm ready when we come back on this field. So here we go. Now, I'm not in the nickel 3-3-5. I'm in the A double gap. As you can see who I'm on, I'm defending the inside receiver. And I'm putting my left end and the D tackle in curl flats. Both of them. That way, no one gets to go outside. I'll cover the inside. R3. I got fast men out here. Beat them to the punch. Got to get used to hitting that R3 when they roll out. You don't have to have a spy every time. If somebody's in coverage and you smash R3, they coming in. So as you can see, I took away the outside with 2 of his men because I knew one man have to stay. And I knew most likely he's rolling to the left if I have to take the right man. And that was a setup. That was a trap right there. I always do that. That's one of my little techniques right there on defense. Yeah. Here we go once again. Nickel 3-3-5, Tampa 2. I'm coming in. Now, here's the thing with that. I had to make sure that my defensive end was heavily engaged with the left tackle before I start turning the corner. Sometimes you don't have to turn the corner. You can just come up the field and he will step up, because most users don't step up. I would say if you played 10 people on this thing, 5 people roll out every down and 5 people stay in the pocket. And I'm being generous. This is Madden. Everybody rolls out. So yeah, 5 people play like us and 5 people play like maniacs. But like I said, I looped in once my end was engaged with the left tackle. You don't get that look every down, but if you in the nickel 3-3-5, it's gonna happen sometime. Yeah, just making sure it wasn't a running back there and all the other good stuff. R3. That was my favorite play on defense this year. I didn't get a user pick or anything, and that was the man version of in the nickel 3-3-5. Yeah, so I mixed that thing there with the cover 2 man, Tampa 2, cover 3 drop, cover 4 drop, and the 3 double buzz. You can also run the 3 double buzz in the dime, and what that does is it just sends the safeties inside the hook zones. That's that technique again. You can cornerback rush and DB blitz all day. You're only going to get the results if you wait and be patient for your end to engage with the tackle on the outside, protecting the edge or whatever. And you kind of want to do it when there's no running back in the backfield, or at least on that side of the ball. Yeah, from where you're coming from. So yeah, this is the nickel 3-3-5 right here. I don't really see too many people doing this. You got 5 cornerbacks. 5 DBs. My main play is 3 double buzz. As you can see, the safety is coming into the hook zones. I switch it up with Tampa 2 just to make everything look the same. Because on defense, I got a strategy too. Yeah, I got to make sure I have my own strategy. I'm not just going to match what he's doing on the field. I have my own ways to, impose my will. So yeah, this is how it goes. You can turn it into hard flats. You hit the coverage audible, then hit the analog stick up. Then you go back and hit the analog stick up, then hit it down, and it'll turn into cloud flats. So you got hard flats, cloud flats, and the purple out there. Originally, it comes with the purple. Yeah. So yeah, if you want it's good to do cloud flats because that'll turn this play into like a cover 5. You got cover 2 down low and cover 3 in the back. And as you can see, the middle linebacker goes into a deep zone. So it's 3 people back there covering that. And then you got that other outside linebacker. I just turn him into a QB spy sometimes. So yeah, I run another drive. As you can see, first play of the game once again. And I'm noticing already he like to go to deep crossers. So yeah, that linebacker who's blitzing, I usually turn him into a spy. Pretty much everything is covered on the field. And I can do this play all drive long and adjust accordingly. If you want to start playing down low, I turn the curl flats into cloud flats. And I make my adjustments off of this play based on what he does. So yeah, I'll show you a nice little sequence of how this thing go. I'm usually putting that linebacker into a spy. Sometimes I forget or I run out of time with my defensive hot routes, because I do a lot of hot routes on defense. You'll think I'm putting in the cheat code. I'm shifting the line. I'm crashing the line. I'm shifting the linebackers. I'm putting individual linebackers on different assignments. I'm putting my safeties in hook zone. Sometimes I put my safety in the spy. I'll slide the cornerback over. It's so many things you can do on defense. I gotta worry about what formation he's in. All type of stuff on the line. So yeah, get in tune with your defensive hot routes next year on Madden 23. That is big right there. And find you something that's solid and stable. Mine has been nickel 335 ever since I've seen it. Probably 10 years now. Yeah. It's not really good against the run unless you know what you're doing. You got to learn how to plug up the gaps, and you got to be disciplined. What I mean by that is you can't just know he's going to do inside zone and you're going to just smash everything again. You better be covering on the back end to make a good rushing lane and to be able to pursue. This time my linebacker got trapped up. He got freely away. He got away. But yeah, like I say, even on the goal line, I run nickel 335. Like I say, you better be disciplined when stopping this run. Look at that. Use a pick. I thought he was run committing, but I had discipline to stay back. That's the freedom when you're roaming on your safeties. You're like the queen piece on the chessboard. You get to go up, down, left, right, diagonal, wherever you want to go. So yeah, it looked like a run formation. He did very good by tricking me. But I made a better play because I stayed poised. Look at my linebacker in the deep third back there. See what I'm saying? So you don't really have too much beef in the run game unless you are on your safeties or that slot corner and you take a nice pursuit, or you take a good angle when he's running the ball. For instance, sometimes if he's running the ball, you're not the one who's going to make the tackle. You got to run him into your computer, defenders. So yeah, all sorts of little ways. Nickel 335 is what I run. Look at that. I was checking to see, but I'm on my safety. So I'm still understanding that I have the responsibility in the back end. As you can see me right there on the left side, I thought about going to that flat, but in my peripheral, that slant was coming, and he's coming too. Stayed poised. Like I say, this is not a user pick video. These are just tactics and, some tools to work with on defense. Here we go from that angle. I always tell you guys, most users throw in the front of the end zone. So when you're in the red zone, your picks are going to be about right here. Right there in the beginning of the end zone. All right, y'all, this is Coach KK. I love you guys. Let's enjoy. Get ready for Madden 23. See ya.
This is how we do it every day. We be grinding, and if you ask me, we the best. I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the radio. This is how we do every day. We be grinding, and if you wanna come and test us, I'ma be like, yo, that's us with the crazy flow. And you gon' hear us on the